Hello, everyone.
Hi,
Um,
Duni.
Hello, ma. I'm Dr. Shisanya. I'm a member of AfriWon Image Theme Group. We'll be interviewing our current chair now, Dr. Mugambi, on the success stories of AfriWon. With me on this maiden edition of the Image Theme Group is Dr. Yakub, who happens to be the coordinator of the Image Theme Group. But Dr. Bavna, who is also a member of the Image Theme Group, sends her apology as she's unable to be here due to some unavoidable circumstances. Ma, she knows your time is valuable and she's sorry for any inconvenience. Okay, the Image Team Group coordinator, Dr. Yakub, will talk a bit about the Image Team Group. Thank you. Dr. Yakub.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dunu. It's really a big pleasure for us to have the chair of AfriWon Renaissance here. It's a big honor, ma'am, that you can spare the time. Um, the AfriWon Image Theme Group, it's really about promoting the activities of AfriWon Renaissance. Most of us already know that AfriWon Renaissance is the young doctor movement for family physicians in Africa. And we consider ourselves to be a working group for young doctors in Africa under Wonka Africa. In fact, if you look at our logo that it's up screen now, it calls us the future of Wonka Africa. And really, this group goes beyond just promoting what we do. It's also about promoting family medicine amongst um, the younger generation of medical health workers, the primary healthcare team in Africa. So um, we're really hoping that this will be one of the things that will help us achieve that. And it's really a big honor and a big privilege to have this maiden event with our chair um, graciously accepting to be interviewed. Thank you so much. And back to you, Dunu.
Thank you very much, Dr. Yakub. And now to the interview. Ma'am, please tell us a bit about yourself.
Thank you, Duni. My name is Dr. Joy Mugambi. I am a family physician, 2 years into practice now. I qualified in 2005 and I work in rural practice back in Kenya in an area called Baringo County. Very remote, very rural with lots of challenges, water, food, and inter-ethnic clashes. But I really enjoy my practice being a family physician, being able to handle these challenges within the community. Other than that, I am a mother of 3
Wow.
and a farmer. And I am a wife
Wow.
to one. Yes, that's Joy.
Thank you very much, ma'am. So, what motivated your decision to specialize in family medicine?
Um, in Kenya, you have to do your stipulated 3 years after internship. And after that, you choose what you would want to do as a specialty. Family medicine was relatively new when I decided to pick it out. They had just come into the facility where I was working and advertised about this new program, and they were seeking people to fill up spaces. But I had made my decision to join obstetrics and gynecology. But one of my um, mentor senior doctors sat with me and told me, Joy, I've watched you for the 3 years you've been here. You're a family physician in one way or another. You're good in everything that you do. You've been to pediatric department, you've been to medical department, and you've ran the filter and the casualty, which are the outpatient departments, and those ended up having better outcomes when you are running them. So try and take up family medicine, in which the government by then was offering scholarships, whereas the other programs were not being offered in terms of scholarship. So I did apply for OBS, but I ended up picking out family medicine. And I don't regret having picked out family medicine. It's true. I'm a primary healthcare physician and I enjoy what I do. I think I would really have been bored in obstetrics and gynecology.
Well,
Back to you.
thank you. Thank you, ma. So how did you join AfriWon Renaissance?
Now where do I start? With AfriWon, I would say I started off with Wonka. I tried an entry point through Wonka Women, but I really didn't feel there was much activity for me in Wonka Women, because all that there was by then is for a conference I couldn't afford point, but I happened to meet one of my in Kenya and to AfriWon, and I was like, wow, this a nice platform to be in where there's young doctors where we can interact and get to know each other. And from there we started having collaborations with Yakubu, with Kylie from the other YDMs, and the rest is history. We made friends.
Yes, okay, thank you. So how will you describe your early days in the Young Doctors movement?
I started out with the AfriWon Research Theme Group, where I think I was a noisemaker. And part of it also and helping the image. I got to know each person within the image, within the research theme group. And we did a few works with them, not really much by then in research. But we worked with Yakubu to bring in the young doctors within the image theme group, within the Facebook page. So that's how we started, and a few collaborations with the other YDMs, the One Word project, which was hosted by Kylie. So that's how those are the activities on the early days.
Okay. So as a wife, a mother, a beautiful woman, and a farmer. So how will you describe your experience since you assumed office as chair of AfriWon Renaissance? Not just as that, your experience with colleagues, with family, with every other person around you.
I would say it has been fun working with him in every corner of the country. Of Africa. I am narrowing down Africa as a country. Sorry. Though I would say we've had a great time with the team that we've worked with. Begin with the West. Aramide has really held fort on that side. Come down to the South where we had Owen, who was holding fort in the South. And East Africa, where we have a great team and have brought in Tanzania, which really was not active at one point, but now we have them active in AfriWon. We've seen them even at conferences, and a lot is coming to Tanzania. Uganda has been active from the very beginning, at a very early stage when I joined family medicine. And he was very inspirational, along with Jane Namatovu. Then came the West, where Yakubu has really pushed us, encouraged us, come to allow the former chair. He really was an encouragement all through when he was a chair and when we were doing our exams, when you could call him up and tell him, I need help, I think I'm giving up. But they've been real encouragement, and anyone else in Africa who's a young family physician should look forward to being in an association where you make friends, where you encourage each other, where you mentor each other, and you move on to grow family medicine across the continent. Back to
Yeah.
you.
Thank you very much. So, what have been the successes of AfriWon Renaissance since you assumed position?
I would say my former chair laid a wonderful ground. He started off AfriWon with a bang, and he did a great job laying the foundation. We came in with a team which had already worked with Allow, and we to build on what already done. We are grateful the fact that for the last 1 year, we can say AfriWon has a larger membership. We've grown in terms of event financing. We really had challenges at the very beginning because we started off with no finances. But by the time we got to the pre-conference, we've gotten funding from Wonka Africa, we've gotten funding from members, we've gotten donations. This group of Image Theme Group because you as a team sat down, set up a website for the conference. That's a plus because the association is made up of me and you and us as members, and we are the only ones who can grow. And money doesn't just grow on trees, it comes from all of us. And to be able to have any activities, we need funding. Who will fund it?
Yeah.
It's us and our innovative ways. So I applaud what Group did during the conference time in August. Setting up a website is not cheap. Bringing down a website and setting up a second one, I say thank you so much. And also all the other
Oh,
groups, because when we look at AfriWon Research Theme Group, which is also a very active theme group, they've come up with lots of researches, they've funded their researches, and out of that, they've been able to finance themselves from what they contribute as a group. And on top of it, it has helped grow them professionally because each research that goes out with a name. And that name goes out there. When your research goes out with your name as Duni or Joy,
oh,
and that goes to your portfolio, that improves you professionally. So it's not but as a team, they have done a great job within that team and
yeah.
financed themselves. When we
Yeah.
come to the education theme group, with education coming from that theme group also to us, they've grown us in so many ways that we are learning and we are participating. But what I would like to see is more participation within the activities that are going on from more members.
Wow.
Thank
Thank you very much. So, are you satisfied with the current collaboration between young African family doctors?
I'm not satisfied because when you look at the current collaborations, it's the same people collaborating and also holding discussions. If we had more people coming up and being able to collaborate with no fear and being able to work together to make family medicine visible within Africa. Now governments are listening, are looking to see where it's working. when you talk to government
Yes.
institutions like in my country, they tell you, so what, family medicine, where is it working? And you tell them South Africa is working out well. And here is the evidence. Nigeria is working out well. So we as the young people are the ones supposed to stand up and get out of our seats and be able to collaborate, bring out researchers, because when someone in Nigeria works alone, or someone in South Africa works alone and brings out an innovation which been developed for the whole of Africa and which could have come out like these are African family physicians bringing out something new, then we'll be able to influence governments, we'll be able to influence policies that
Yeah.
directly involve primary healthcare and family physicians.
Wow. So, how do you think we can improve, as we can improve further on this?
One is participate in activities within AfriWon. We have quite a number of activities out through the image theme groups. We've got the research theme group, image, education, and we've got even rural and the exchange. If only people could participate more within these theme groups, then we'd have a better future for AfriWon, and we would have them working and being visible within the continent.
That is true. Thank you very much. So, Dr. Mugambi, as you know, and as you are already aware, that there is an African community of primary care and family medicine, and we have the global community of primary care and family medicine. So, what should be the role of a young family doctor in Africa and the global primary health care and community medicine, family medicine?
The African family doctors community, I believe, has, as I've said, one big role would be to collaborate and do more as a team, influence policy, and influence change within the continent as a community. Globally, be able to have collaborations between the continent and others outside there, because when you go and see best practices in another continent, you're able to have the best practices within your continent.
Yes.
If you go for an exchange, for example, that the ones that are offered when Wonka Europe, VDGM, the Vasco da Gama movement offers an exchange, when you go for those exchanges, you see how they practice, and you can emulate some of those practices within our practice, because family medicine is still new within Africa, and emulating or coming with something to benchmark within your continent would be good. At the same time, when they do come to our continent, we have unique cases. We have unique of our community. When you come to the rural community, there's harassed, there's their health. If you come to my community, if they seek care from you, they'll first pass through the traditional medicine man, and then next they'll come visit you. So that's their system of healthcare. It's not the same as the West, but we cannot abolish that. We can
Yes.
see how to work in collaboration and be able to bring the best out of healthcare. How can we educate them to get out of these practices? So part of that is to be able to collaborate and learn from each other. Same thing with East Africa, West Africa, East Africa, South Africa.
Yes.
What can we learn from each other in terms of our
Each other.
practices? Because when we went for the exchange in South Africa, we learned quite a lot. What can we learn if we come to Nigeria and learn from you? And what can you learn if you come to Kenya and learn from us?
Yeah.
So back to you, Duni.
Thank you very much. Ma, as you know, you said family medicine was relatively new when you started, probably 2 years to your to finishing medical school. It's actually like that in other institutions or in medical schools, so also in Nigeria and other African countries. So how will you want AfriWon Renaissance to engage with African medical students and other members of the primary healthcare community?
That question comes in good time. Last evening, I was welcoming students from all over Kenya to my town. They are holding their Christian medical fellowship. And one question they always ask when they come for the conference is, what is family medicine, and
Yes.
how would we be able to get into family medicine? So students are not aware of what family medicine. As African fans, we are not we need on what family medicine is, and the best place family medicine is with the students. If most programs could incorporate some classes on family medicine within the undergraduate classes, then that would improve their knowledge and attitude towards family medicine, because family medicine is not a super specialty like all others would look like. When you join surgery, you're this big surgeon, you're cutting, and everyone knows you as the surgeon who does big operations. But with family medicine, doctor who talks a lot and does not look as compared to the surgical specialties. So what can we do? We can also work with the young doctors within our practices when they come for their electives, be able to teach them what family medicine needs. Quite a number of them, when they come to the practice and they see how we practice, they really do accept there is a role and a place for family medicine in their lives. So part of that collaboration and working with them. Yes.
Well, thank you very much, man. So I know you are getting to the end of your tenure as the chair. So what will you want your legacy to be as you approach the end of your tenure as the chair of AfriWon Renaissance? To you, ma'am. Did you hear that? Hello, ma'am.
One thing I have Yes, I did.
Okay, thank you.
I did. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I'm here.
I would like to see, as I live, one thing out is to generations within more participation within the platforms, because I feel we really don't have much participation from all the young family physicians. If we could have more participation, that would give me so much joy in the next 7 months that are remaining to the end of my tenure. We have improved our membership. We look forward to getting to reach each one of them in the next months and to be able to bring them together. One more thing is improve the financing for the association and see members get more scholarships to travel to the conferences or the exchanges. That way they'll feel encouraged, they'll be able to work with the association much better.
Thank you very much. Finally, what message do you have for young family doctors in Africa and beyond?
My message to all the young family doctors: get to know each other, get to encourage each other. Let's learn from each other's practice. Family medicine is fun. Family medicine is growing, and it's going to be the future of medicine. So keep going and keep being encouraged to do what you're doing in your practices.
Okay, thank you very much. I want to thank you for honoring this invitation. Despite the short notice, thank you very much.